reserves, that would entail that it's not ready for use, correct?
Yeah,
Not at all.
I don't know, even though I've worked with enough engineers, I should know. I know there's upstream and there's downstream. I know there's like refining, there's underground, like petroleum, there's the natural gas, there's all of the stuff like we thought there would be this huge shift to natural gas and clean energy. Does anybody remember that, like maybe 10 years ago? Because I remember I invested in a lot of companies that I thought would really benefit from this push. Like, do y'all remember they were going to get rid of diesel engines, like for 18-wheelers and all of this stuff? So it was a really, really big push, but then it did not come into fruition, right? Because we were not supposed to have all of these, what do they call them? What am I thinking? What do they call them?
Not refineries.
No, what is the oil called? Something specific. I'll think about it.
Like the company, like BP, Shell.
No, they call it something. It's something specific to like an over-reliance on oil. Like, for example, a lot of sovereign wealth funds around the world, or some major foundations that are controlled by wealthy people, as the younger generations come in, they are
like an embargo.
No, I'm thinking of what they call the chemicals. It's like a weird little phrase of what they call them. But so, anywho, my point is that. I literally had this conversation with somebody off a Clubhouse. They thought that since Trump was in office, that the price of oil was going to do well, because Trump was in office, and I actually said no. Like, remember, Chevron just announced they're going to get rid of 10 to 20% of their entire workforce over the next 2 years. The projection in the industry is that the price of oil is going to go down because more people are using electric vehicles, not necessarily in the United States, but globally, right? There's this consideration for clean energy. So consumption is actually going to go down with overproduction, which means that you're going to have a decrease in cost. So I'm saying all that to say that whatever the original question was, but to Lux, yes. So we're using our reserves, but we don't want to use up all of our reserves, especially with an administration that is pretty much hell-bent on creating a trade war with everybody and their mama. So if you think that these other countries are not going to be able to find their own resources, similar to what Russia did when they couldn't sell directly to Europe because of the sanctions, they go to China, China gets it for a cheap price, and then they sell it on the secondary market. That could absolutely happen, right? So these countries do not have to, it's going to hurt them, of course, but it's going to hurt us too. And that's what the point is. So we're too well integrated for it just to be a clean cut. So I really don't understand why Donald Trump is doing this. And I fully understand why Canada is like, we're going to protect our financial interests as well.
The reason why Donald Trump is doing this is because he has to implement, everybody has to pay their fair share. It doesn't make sense for America to be the fucking place where we the only country giving up everybody maybe 40-50% more than anybody else who contribute, or we getting taxed harder than anybody else. No, you have to do this. You have to put people in their place. They have to pay their fair share. They're part of NATO. They need to. For their protection, we protect the whole world. That's what we do. That's our business right there. Manufacturing is our business. We protect the world. We have over 700 military bases around the world.
I'm uninformed for these conversations. I'm not.
Y'all made years ago. Like, I don't know.
You're the wrong person.
Look, I really don't think you know what you're talking about, man. I don't want to even talk. I don't want to argue with nobody. If I'm saying something that's not correct, then that's the platform for you to correct me on it. So go ahead and feel like you can correct me on what I'm saying.
She don't have a range, bro.
We have these bases around the world. Number one, the U.S.
actually do have the range, but go ahead, Mickey. I'm sorry.
No, you can.
No, let her go. Yeah, there you go, Mickey. Thank you.
No, let her go. Wait. You said he don't have a range. You said he don't know what he's talking about. He don't have a range. So
he was talking about our U.S. military protecting other countries. That doesn't apply to Canada.
It does apply to Canada.
It do.
Why wouldn't it apply to Canada?
That logic does not apply to Canada. Canada and Mexico share a continent. We are all together here, right? We don't have the same issues that they have in Europe. We're protecting countries like Ukraine and other small European countries in Africa. Yes, that applies to them. They might not be paying their fair